So basically we got to go and kill the boss.
Yeah, exactly. Since she defected to the Soviet Union, the only way to prove America's innocence is to, basically kill the boss, and that's the only way to do so, because, when Colonel Volgin fired that nuclear, explosion at Sokolov's research facility,
yeah,
the Khrushchev demanded the US government provide proof that they weren't involved.
You mean the two NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
That's what President Kennedy wants. That's what the President, the White House want us to do to prove America's innocence. Otherwise,
basically we got to prove America's innocence because
they've got no proof.
Volgin's made out that the boss fired that missile, right?
Yeah.
And blew up a whole ton of Russians.
Yeah. When she defected.
It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
She was blamed for blowing up the Russians. We got a killer to prove that actually it wasn't all of America's doing. It was one bad apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
A very bad apple.
Yeah. With lots of brown, disgusting gunk in it. God, I remember biting into an apple once and just having all this brown, disgusting, tasting, rotten gunk fill my mouth. It was the grossest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was completely off topic. I do apologise. So we make our crash landing back here. Is this the same spot we landed in the first time?
No. It's the spot on the further right.
Okay, so it's slightly different.
Yeah. This time is at night time instead of the morning.
Okay. And there will be no being home in time for dinner, so you kind of have to eat, don't you?
Yeah, you
jungle things.
Actually, you can replenish Snake's stamina without eating food, because there are multiple ways you can replenish his stamina. You can call certain healing frequencies, you can... Once you get the spirit camo, all you got to do is you choke an enemy, and it drains their stamina, so you sort of,
Okay.
So there are multiple ways to replenish your stamina besides eating food all the time.
And obviously the food we got in the Virtuous mission doesn't carry over to Snake Eater.
Far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time.
But you do find other food as you progress through the game, though.
Rescue Sokolov as well as kill the boss. And find out more about the Shagohod.
Snake Eater. Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired...
Oh, and this guy, yeah.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Brian Fury, or whatever his name is.
Colonel Volgin, the Brian Fury impersonator.
Technically, wouldn't Brian Fury be the Volgin impersonator because Volgin was around in the 60s?
It could be Brian Fury's father, or his grandfather.
It could be.
Roger that, Major.
You do see the resemblance.
What now?
There are resemblances between the two.
It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the...
He's got a good memory when it comes to films, don't he?
They talk about films a lot in this game.
Yeah,
don't
they do. Every single time you save the game in Metal Gear Solid 3, every single time you save, Paramedic and Snake will talk about different films. The James Bond one is priceless, where Major Zero is all like, "Baby, we should change your code name to 00 Snake." 007 is the biggest thing to come out of England since the Mayflower. I wouldn't be surprised if they made 20 more of those movies. And the funny thing is, they did.
Yeah, I think that's the joke. That was the joke.
Also, when you wear the rider mask, Major Zero will say something quite funny. He'll be like, "So what would I do if I encountered a guy with that mask? Has a proper face. Beat the crap out of him."
Yeah.
Also, this is where you can talk to Sigint as well. And he'll tell you more about weapons and items and so forth.
So Sigint is basically like Nastasha Romanenko in the first game. He talks all about weaponry.
Yeah. Although I've got to admit, I think Sigint's hilarious for some reason. I really think he's a funny character. Especially the way he just goes all crazy. I don't know what you mean. Every single time Paramedic butt in about the life medicine, which was priceless. Never mind.
His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint, got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory, so
we got to go and meet up with Adam.
Yeah. One of the Codebreakers.
how will I know
Yeah, there's two of them. There's Adam and there's Eva.
Yeah.
I get the joke. I get it, okay? Adam, Eve.
Yeah.
I get the joke, okay? Or the reference, I should say. Not so much a joke as a reference.
Yeah.
Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
So we've actually got a gun that actually
It's a 90
kills.
Yeah. But what will happen later on is that, yeah, you'll get another version of that gun later on as well, which is much better in terms of aiming and everything. Actually, I prefer that gun to the SOCOM pistol because it's easier to aim and it's just got so much good parts about it.
Yeah.
Still a sneaking mission.
It's still a sneaking mission, blah, blah, blah.
Will mean an all-out nuclear war.
If you fail, everyone dies.
And you'll be doomed for all eternity when you die.
Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Do we have to say commencing operation, blah, blah, blah? There really isn't any point. You commence it the second you enter the bloody agreement, almost. The second you got on a plane, or whatever aircraft it was.
Yep. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to call Sigint.
Yo! You're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close. I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Ah.
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment...
This guy does crop up again in the series, but I'm not telling you where. And yes, it was in a previous game.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal...
She's like a manta snake.
Yeah.
You'll see that in a sec.
But then they're making jokes about, oh, I was only able to look, and he says, better luck next time. That's a sexual joke.
Yeah, but the way she
Very
talks...
clearly.
Yeah, but the way she talks to Snake and the way she's telling him to make sure don't push yourself, eat your food and all that stuff.
Because wives totally don't talk to their husbands like that, do they?
Will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what?
Not as much as mothers do to their kids, but still the point stands.
Force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you. Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there. You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Is that a promise?
Hope not.
So now we've been introduced to Sigyn and obviously reacquainted ourselves with Paramedic.
Yeah. Actually, the interesting thing about Paramedic, yeah, Major Zero, because he's called Major Tom, but he wanted to change his name to Zero because of the backstory about the Great Escape. Now, what's interesting about the Sigyn and Paramedic is that you do get some really funny conversations with the crocodile cap you get later on in the game and all that.
Yeah.
Where everyone thinks it's actually a good idea, and Snake's thinking to himself, no, it's a stupid idea, and Eva was all like agreeing with Snake, and Snake was all like, finally I get a normal response. Everyone's acting like it wasn't weird, and they were acting like it was all perfectly fine. And also, every single time you capture food in the game, or different types of food, when you call Paramedic, you get some different conversations, and she tells you more about the animals. You get some funny conversations, and Snake is always interested in the taste, more so than the background. One time he actually fell asleep in the conversation.
Yeah, but basically, the long and the short of it, she will tell you if it's poisonous and you shouldn't eat it.
Well, actually, one time she tells you that the food's not poisonous, you eat it, and it turns out to be poisonous, and then Snake gets pissed off at Paramedic. That's only one time. That's only one time, and it is quite funny.
But you know what it is.
Yeah, I know what to eat, though, in the game.
Let's kill a horse. That would last for ages. It's a beautiful horse. Even though it's a video game and it's not real, and the little girl inside of me needs to stop saying horsey. Horsey!
Actually, I've actually ridden a horse once before when I was a kid.
Oh. Hello.
What
Can we just finish the mission here and now?
Well, Snake hasn't got the balls to kill the boss because he does, care for her. Even though she defended. Because part of him still cares.
What the hell is she wearing?
A spacesuit!
That's what it looks like! My word!
She looks like one of those characters from, Star Trek. Well, yeah.
Star Trek?
Yeah, because there's the Star Trek The New Generation, because in that episode they had a character when she's dressed like that.
I just think she looks like she's wearing a spacesuit. I wouldn't know about Star Trek.
You ever seen Star Trek?
Not properly, no. The only one I've seen is the new film. And that was only because my other half bought it. And she still kicks his ass.
Yep.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Thanks!
Attract the guards' attentions to come down.
That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
Oh.
The border is 60 miles.
Spooky.
You ought to be able to run that far.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.